Don't worry, I will give this recording in an India part of the recording in Thailand, right? And I will upload it in YouTube. No problem. Okay, come to the point now. If you come to the point, sensory neuron here. The first point is most of the time cell body occur in ganglions. Cell body is present most of the time ganglion. I hope you people got the idea about this. What is ganglion means? It is what the most of the time cell body occurred. Cell body occurred means cell body you can find here, and this is the ganglion part. Second one, dendrites occurs in sensory organ. You can find the sensory organs. You can see the sensory organ. The third one is axon is located in central nervous system. Axon only you can find here in central nervous system. Axon in the final central nervous system. So come to the point now. If I say, for example, look at the picture of this one. The picture, you can easily identify the idea. The idea which is contained here, I'm serving 10, you can easily find it. Okay, if you look at this picture of this one now, the picture about it. If you look at the picture, this is what actually the hot object. So, in 2018, I think, or 2019, 19 or 18, neither the the
Sir,
person, yeah, சொல்லுங்கம்மா.
picture வழங்கலையே sir.
நான் ஷேர் பண்ணலே. Can you see now?
Yes sir.
Right, now if you look at this picture, then the picture says what actually? This is a hot object. The hot object, and it is taking here. This is skin now. I can show another picture. Can you see the picture now?
Yes sir.
Yes.
Yeah, very nice picture. You can find here this nice mammatomery, nice sight on the நல்ல sight on the படிக்கிறது. Right, but you can use for A level, not the O level. No. Right, look at this picture now. The picture contains is the pain receptor in finger. இப்ப ஆணி ஒன்று குத்துது பாத்தீங்கடா பாத்தீங்களா ஆணி ஒன்று குத்துது ஆணி ஒன்று குத்தினா when this occurs, what happens? Here the pain receptor is present. Pain receptor absorbs this pain. It's a pain receptor. It's a pink color. It's a pain receptor. Then when you see this one, look at this one. This is a sensory neuron. This is sensory neuron. This sensory neuron, except in the sensory neuron, carries nerve impulse to spinal cord. Here we are talking about spinal cord, but it can carry these sense to this or central nervous system. When the message pass through these the sensory neuron, the message passed through the sensory neuron. These dendrites, the dendrites of these sensory neuron present in receptors. Or you can find here, it can be found in the sense organs and the message passed through these. And you can find here, this is the point, this is the point. And this is what the axon terminals. So axon terminal or axon which is occurred, which is present in the central nervous system, it could be spinal cord or it could be the brain. So we are talking about the spinal cord. And the next one is,
Excuse me, sir.
oh, சொல்லுங்க man.
Sir, and the
Wait,
candle
your
picture
sound
தானே
is,
விளங்குது.
huh?
Candle picture தானே விளங்குது.
Very sorry. Sorry, shit. Now can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So here the pain receptor, when a nail is what the inserting into the skin, here's a pain receptor. Pain receptor accept the pain. Then the axon. This is an axon. The axon is what, which is connected to the sense organ, or the sensory, the receptors or a connector. Then the message passes through the sensory neuron and it will move to the central nervous system. I can say this is a spinal cord. Here, the spinal cord is a part of central nervous system. Can you stop? That is going on. Right. So what I'm saying actually, the function, the features of this sensory neuron, and this is the most of the time cell body is occurred, and the dendrite occurs in sensory organs, and the axon located in central nervous system. Central nervous system in it could be brain or spinal cord. Second one, if you look at the picture of this interneuron, the second picture is interneuron. The picture of this interneuron means that this kind of like what is a present, it is present intercalary muscles. You may have studied that. The intercalary meristematic tissue, you know that. Which means it is present. This is occurs totally in central nervous system, which means these all the neurons parts. It could be the dendrites or the dendrons. This could be the what's that? It could be. Excuse me. Wait. So it occurs totally in central nervous system. It could be is a brain or the spinal cord. And second one is possess large number of dendrites. Look at this one. The dendrites, the number of dendrites we can find here, these large numbers. The number of dendrites we can find here, the large numbers. And third one is axon is very short. Here, the axon, when you compare other cells, other neurons, this axon is very much short. The point is that the function, I will talk this function very much later. I will talk about this very later. We will talk very clear about that. And the third one, if you look at the motor neuron means இயக்க நரம்புகள். Look at this one, the function, the cell body and the dendrites occurs in central nervous system. The cell body of this cell and the dendrites which is present in central nervous system. Central nervous system means in brain or the spinal cord, wherever. And the second one, end of long axon. The end of long axon. This is long axon. It's look like what? The it's look like what? The common neuron. The motor neuron, it's look like a common neuron. because it's look like a high amount the small dendrites or the dendrons and the long the axon, and these are the things you can see here. The axon located in effective organ. What is effective organ? What are the effective organs? Effectors. What are the glands and the muscles? So now I'm going to talk about these very clearly about this one. Now listen. Okay, right. Let's talk about now. First of all, think about this one. There are loads of sensory organs. There are loads of sensory organs. The sensory organ, I'm talking the sensory organ, it could be eye or ear, a nose, or the what's that, skin, whatever. The sensory neuron which is present, that sensory neuron which is present here, the dendrite which is present here, and this is what actually, this is what tell me, this is what I am drawing now.
Sensory.
Sensory neuron. This is what? The dendrons of this sensory neuron. Sensory neuron. This is now the cell body of this sensory neuron. And here you can find this is a ganglion. Outside ganglion. And now this cell, and this is what now? Can you tell this one? This is axon. This is dendron of the sensory neuron. This is axon of sensory neuron. Then it will move. And this is what now?
Axon terminal.
Axon terminal, right. Now I can say here, this is what? Simply central nervous system, CNS. Central nervous system. In central nervous system, you can find here two parts. What are they? What are they? Central nervous system? It could be
Brain.
spinal cord.
Spinal.
Then when it comes to this one, this is altogether, I can say this is what?
Sense.
This is sensory neuron. And this is what actually the dendrons of, tell me.
Neurons of sensory neuron.
Dendrons of sensory neuron. So I use SN, sensory neuron. This is what?
Axon.
Axon of sensory neuron. Right. And this is actually what? Dendrites or dendrites of sensory neuron. I don't need to put that. Here the central nervous system, it could be brain or spinal cord, whatever. According to that, you can find this place. Then you can find here, another one is what? The place where this is what? This is what? Interneuron. What is that? Interneuron. Interneuron fully present in where? In where? central nervous system. If you can understand now very much clearly, it could be very much easy when you talk about this grade 11, chapter number 6. This is cell body. This is what you can say now. Dentrons of, tell me.
Dendrons of
Body.
interneuron.
Dentrons of interneuron, I use N. And this is axon means outer neuron of interneuron. Look, this one, the interneuron which is present together, look, this one, this should be present here. I can write it down. இது கொஞ்சம் இது பக்கத்துல தான் இருக்குமா? So you can take this picture very clearly, then you can understand. Should be something like is near the central nervous system. This means ganglion present here. Sorry. Okay, I can move here. Okay, then fine. Then this is axon of this interneuron. Then fine. And these three, this neuron is called what? Interneuron. This is interneuron. This is sensory neuron, right? Message, it is eye. This is eye, or it could be tongue, or it could be the ear, it could be skin, or it could be nose. All the cells are, all the sense organs contain receptors. Whatever the receptor, pressure is receptor, hot receptors, touching, yes, receptor, light receptor, sound is receptors, taste receptor, smell receptor. Wherever if you found these sensory organs, you can find the receptor. Receptor is connected to the dendrites of the sensory neuron. Then come to this one again. What's this? It is connected to motor neuron now. So I'm drawing very clearly. Okay, wait. Must have this one, right? Okay, now fine. So now I'm going to draw this one. This is the cell body of this motor neuron. Motor neuron and motor neuron cell body. This is axon which is connected. Now it's moving. Here this one, full of this one. Cell body and axon are present in central nervous system. So it could be something like this. This could be the place. So just I'm drawing, and it is coming here now. This is what? Can you name it here? This is now. This is what? Dendron of. Tell me. Dendron of
motor neuron.
Motor neuron. And this is cell body of motor neuron, and finally, wait. Could be something like, this is what the sense organ, and I can find here this could be the one. is now it's coming to the effectors. It can find here the effectors. What are the effectors? What are the
muscles and
effectors? Two types of
mus-
effectors. One is
muscles and glands.
muscle and glands. And it will ends up, God, it ends up something like this now. Can you name it now, this one?
Exon terminals.
Axon of
Motor.
motor neuron. This is how the message is passing. For example, if it's an eye, the passing, 2018 question, something like, what's that? What was happening? You are watching you are observing the dog. Dog barking. Which means, what is stimuli? Stimuli is a dog. What is sense organ? Eye. The picture which can falls on retina in your eye, then the sense will be accepted by sensory neuron and pass the message which passing through this one, the central nervous system. It could be brain or spinal cord, don't worry about that. Then the message is accepted by from this axon by this interneuron. Then interneuron is passing that message to this motor neuron and it could goes to glands and effector. இப்ப நாயை பார்த்தா கொஞ்சம் பேருக்கு பயம் தான். Then, if you feel this carry the fear, the adrenal gland secrete adrenaline hormone. So it's because of this sense. Again, if you are feeling to move, what is to be done? The message is passing. You are watching this dog, and that image is a stimulus. The image falls on retina, then that stimulus, the impulse is passing through this center, this one, and it goes to muscle where it can go have been gone. This is what legs contains a skeletal muscle. So the message is passing. Skeletal muscle tissue is a what type of tissue? Is it voluntary tissue or involuntary tissue? Is it involuntarily controlled? No, it's a voluntarily controlled because of this sense. For example, your candle, you're touching that. When you touch, what happens? The skin taking that impulses or message. That message will pass through the central neuron. It will goes into this. What's that? The interneuron, and then it will go to what? The muscle of this hand. Hand muscle is a message. So kaiya eduda. Do you know? Idila ninga kaiya vecha message you got how fast is happening. Kaiya vecha speed and you will take very much fastly. This is how the message is passing. The sodium passing, the potassium pump, everything will be taught in grade 11, chapter.
Excuse me, sir.
Grade 12. Yeah, Azim. The sound.
Sir, what if you keep the hand intentionally in the fire?
What's that?
Like some people keep the hand in the fire intentionally, right?
Yeah. So that means that's a chemistry, right? Because if they want to feel that one, there should be an ignition point. The feel ignition feel. But intentionally, if they want, they keep it that sense. They keep it that sense. So what's that? That's involuntarily controlled. Normally, involuntarily controlled that, right? So we know that if they keep it that intentionally, what they will they have quite a sense of neuron or sense of idea. It's like a sixth sense, right? Okay, உங்களுக்கு நேரத்தோட அது என்ன செய்ய போகுது, அது என்ன சொல்றேன், சூடாக போகுதான் கை, கை சூடாக போகுது நினைச்சு தான் அது போறாங்க. So at that moment message is passing, but we will be talking about the reflex arc, the grade level chapter number 6. Reflex arc suddenly நடக்கிற விஷயங்களை பார்ப்போம். But if they keep it that mind in that one, already இது நமக்கு சுடும் என்று சொல்லி வைக்காங்க. அந்த டைம்ல they will keep it, but at that moment one point they will take it out. They will definitely take it out because everyone have a different types of sense. ஒரு ஆளுக்கு முள்ளு குத்தினா நோவுதும்பாங்க, இன்னொரு ஆளுக்கு முள்ளு குத்தினா எட்டம்மான்னு கத்தி ஓடுவாங்க. What's that? Stimulation power is different, but we keep it that mind. Ask him என்ன கரைக்கிறேன்னு சொல்லி.
Yes sir,
So stimulation power is a different. So keep it on. But nice question. If they keep it intentionally, then what would happen? Seriously, that's a different idea, right? So I hope you will got this one. This normally they will ask what is the function of the sensory neuron, the message, the passing, the transmit the impulses, transmit the nerve stimuli from sensory organ to central nervous system. That is one function. That's the function. So what is the function of interneuron? The passing the message or the impulses or stimuli from sensory neuron to what's that? Where? Motor neuron. And next one, what is the function of this motor neuron? Motor neuron function is the transmitting the message or the impulses from interneuron to where? Effectors. What are the effectors? Muscles and the glands. So you can watch one video, I'll show that, and I'll finish this one. I hope you will be finished this syllabus, I think, right? So you will have a nice notes. Now tomorrow maybe I'll give these notes. Please remind me one time, right? So you can watch that video and go, right? So if you can listen here, I will show that this picture which I have given for the notes. Look at this one. This is how it is. This is a picture. Wait on your video. And then picture, you see that the sensory neuron message passing, and this is the interneuron present in central nervous system, and the message is passing through these motor neuron, and it could have here these what's that effectors, it could be muscle or whatever, right? So intentionally, so I'll show that one picture right here. Look at this one picture now. So here the hot object, the message, the green color. Next day நான் video play பண்றேன். It has 4 minutes தான் இருக்கு. So hot object is touching here. This is now which sense organ is used to take these sense? Tell me. Here now this one. Skin, right? Skin has receptor, and now this green color is what? Sensory neuron. The message is passing through that. Here also pain receptors in skin. Here also the message is passing. Message is passing through where? Where here? This is the spinal cord. It's moving that. It could be the brain, but later அது எங்க போகும்? Brain-க்கு போகுமா, spinal cord-க்கு போகுமான்னு சொல்லி வேற படிக்கும். அது வேற. So then the message is passing. Here this cell body is present. The message by green color. Then this is what? Cell body of interneuron. Interneuron, in that one message is passing. Then it is what? This is what's that? Motor neuron. Motor neuron taking that sense, and the green, the blue color axon of efferent neuron. You can say motor neuron. Then it goes to where? Tell.
Muscle.
Where? The muscle. The muscle க்கு மெசேஜ் போகும். டேய் இங்க குத்திட்டான்டா, இங்க என்ன நெருப்ப வெச்சிட்டான்டா, கையை எடுடா. கையை எடுக்கும். What type of muscle this one? It is a type of what type of muscle? Here this point. Tricep muscle. What's that? Skeletal muscle. Muscle contracts and withdraws a part of the stimulated. Something like that. இதே மாதிரி கொஞ்சம் பேருக்கு இது இது சும்மா சடனா பட்டா கொஞ்சம் பேர் பயந்துடுவாங்க. When it happens, the adrenal gland secrete adrenaline hormone, fire hormone secrete ஆகும், then they will feel that. So that feeling caused in our body is a different phenomenon, different chemical reactions. So I'm stopping from here, right? We'll do the next class. I think this syllabus is all done. This chapter is all done. We'll do the past paper questions and some of the model questions. We'll finish this one and do the next chapter. Have a great day. Assalamu alaikum. Any doubts?
எக்ஸ்கியூஸ் மீ சார்.
Yeah.
சார் இந்த சென்சரி நியூரோன்ல நிறைய